It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
New Mano.
And listen, you may see Mano in here every day with his jewelry on. Okay, he does not, I don't think he's ever shown up without his stuff. And today, for Wealth Wednesday, and this is going to be a fun one, we have your jeweler, Oscar Stone, here with us.
Big Oscar Stone is in the building. What's up, bro?
Hey, how we doing, you guys? Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Now, what is that you're wearing?
So I am wearing a 60. Well, my centerpiece is a 60-carat baguette two-tone chain.
Okay.
Okay. And it retails for about, let's say $50,000-$60,000 around there.
Okay.
And my second centerpiece is my bust-down Sky Dweller. Again, 30 carats on that. Mm-hmm. I have a couple other things on too, but we go all day if we go, every
Well,
day.
I'm glad you said the bust down Sky Dweller because Mano and I were having this conversation, right? Mano, what watch you have on?
I have on a date just, actually. This is two-tone, red face, white and gold, and this is like.
Now they always tell you that when you do that to your watches and your jewelry, you quote bust down, which is adding diamonds and gems to it. It actually decreases the value. So I want to hear from you what you have to say for people that come in and they're like, I want my watch like this, or what does it do to the value?
Okay, so when you put diamonds on a watch, you're really doing it for your own pleasure. You're doing it because it's a certain lifestyle, it's a certain look that you're going for, it's a certain thing that you want, and a lot of things in that spectrum aren't, quote unquote investments. Like if you want the biggest investment in jewelry, buy gold bars.
Okay.
It's not wearable. Like the closest thing to investment jewelry is to buy gold bars.
Straight up gold bars.
Word. If you want it dollar for dollar, if you're trying to lose 5% the most, but when you bust on a watch, to answer your question more directly, do you lose value? I mean, it depends who you're selling it to. Some people don't see the value in the diamonds. Some people don't have the clientele to resell it. So for them, it's easy to say that they don't have, it does lose value. It's much easier to, move a plain watch. It's so much easier to sell a car that hasn't been touched.
Right. Okay.
So the value really
that
is
makes sense.
in you,
Yeah, that's what I say about artwork too. People want to invest in art, and doesn't matter if you're not going to sell it.
Right.
Right.
But, yeah, because in our community, which is, the hip hop community, right, we like the shiny stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And people want to see the diamonds, they want to see the ice, they want to see the flash. It's value in that. Mm-hmm. Right, so I don't think most times when people come in to buy a bust down that they looking at it from an investment standpoint anyway.
I mean, sometimes you just want to spend your hard-earned money. It's not everything is for okay, I'm gonna do this for later.
But it's also nice to know that it still has value, and it will. Let me ask you this: with the pandemic happened, right?
Yeah.
What was business like? Because I know in certain places things were going up, but then a lot of people bought things and the value ended up way up. But then the value ended up coming back down because people had money to spend during that time.
Yeah.
Some people.
So it's basically what's going on right now is a market correction. You know what I'm saying? So when there's a lot of money in the market and you guys are and people are spending it on a certain thing, that value is going to go up. It's the law of supply and demand. And now that there's a lot less money in the market, everything's coming down. Not just jewelry, but
real estate,
cars and yeah, exactly, real estate. So.
And a lot of people just think diamonds when they think about buying jewelry. What are some other gems that are worthwhile for people to invest in?
Other stones. What kind of other stones?
To invest in, I honestly think diamonds are the best because there's so many buyers and sellers of that particular gemstone. Other investments that you could look into, you got emeralds, you have sapphires, you have rubies, and some actually they're worth more than diamonds. But in the diamond market, there's just so many players. So if you really are trying to come in from an investment standpoint and have the best footing, I'd say go straight ice.
And there's a difference in diamonds, though, right? You got VF, VVS.
Yeah.
That's the clarity of the diamond.
You got clarity. You got cut.
Mm-hmm.
You got I'm losing blank here. You got clarity. You got cut. You got color. And then finally, you have carat.
The highest grade is what? VVS?
The highest grade
Flawless.
is actually F flawless.
F flawless, right.
Yeah.
So it's not the size of it. It's the cut, the clarity.
It's a
the
combination
color.
of the 4 C's.
Okay.
And the right combination will yield you the highest investment.
What's as far as color, because we see all these different colored diamonds, black diamonds, yellow diamonds, purple diamonds. What's the most rare?
The most rare is actually natural pink diamond.
Okay.
A natural pink diamond, you throw it up on auction, you know, you have like a 4 or 5 carat, you're talking big money. Natural pink though.
Okay.
There's a lot of, you know, synthetics that go along with that. Yeah,
Right,
exactly. Color treated.
Because what they do is they take the diamonds and basically they treat them, they paint them.
Oh, so that's
they're
what.
not
Because I'm like, how
natural.
everybody got these pink
Yeah.
diamonds?
Right, yeah, it's treated.
I mean, it depends, you know, some people really, you know, but it's out there, you know.
Now, also, let me ask you this, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we want to go to Tiffany's, we want to go to Cartier, we want to get this expensive jewelry from them, and part of the markup is the brand name. Do you think that, you know, what do you think about people who go and get, like, let's just say the diamond, the bracelet, the Cartier bracelet that everybody always gets, the, what is it called? The
Cartier bracelet.
that's
The
just
love
what's called-
bracelet,
yeah, the
for
love
example,
bracelet.
yeah.
The love bracelet.
Yeah.
So can you just go and buy? Because I see they also sell those like in jewelry stores.
Independent jewelry stores.
Independent jewelry
Yeah.
stores. What's the difference? Like, can you know?
I mean, it's hard to say what the real difference is when the material's the same, when the make is almost the same. What is the difference?
What are you actually buying when it comes
The
to
brand
that?
name.
Is it the brand,
exactly.
the name?
The brand name. And for some people, that means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, buying it brand new from the brand is the only way they like to buy things. And that's cool.
Right.
You know, but when you have a relationship with an independent jeweler and you can, you know, not pay the highest price, you know, that's why people in my industry, we exist, independent jewelers. When you have a relationship with someone like me, with my company, we really do make things happen. We really do open doors.
Now, I've never had like my own jeweler that I go to. So
No
I never
way.
really know what I'm doing, right? So let's talk about this because I was actually in the Diamond District in New York the other day. I was with Jasmine, my friend Jasmine, and she was like, I want to get some earrings. And we're right here. We're not that far from there. So we
Yeah.
walked over there to get some. I never know. Like, because I think you go in there and we were haggling prices. 'Cause you're taught to do that, right? They
Right.
always tell you when you go
On
there.
that street, you got to haggle your life away.
Yeah, on
You
that
gotta just
particular
haggle.
street. But I don't know enough about it. But I know that that's what you're supposed to do. They come at
Right.
you with a price, and then
Yeah.
you're supposed to go lower.
They got the
Then
guys
you-
outside.
Yeah.
Come inside, come inside, come
And then you
inside.
offer cash, then you pretend to walk away just in case you don't want it.
you
Make
got
sure
the
you put
whole
your hand on
spiel.
the door. That's the
You
last
got it.
one. The hand on the door.
You got it.
So how do we know what's legitimate and what's not?
Oof.
What are some tips that you can give people like me who might have, which I don't have to worry about this anymore now, but maybe I'm
got
going
me. That's
someplace
right.
and I'm trying to get some jewelry and I'm like, man, I don't have a jeweler. I don't
Yeah.
know what's legitimate, what's not. I'm trying to haggle prices. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Listen, there's a lot of information out there, and you can hit up YouTube, you can hit up the web pages, but just like any other time you do business, referral. Like, who has done business with this individual
Right.
already? Like, how credible is this person? If the guy's opened up shop less than 3 months ago, you know, that one's kind of on you. You know, you got to do your research. You know, and thankfully with my business, my family's been in there for about 50 years. You know, we just opened our mega store 3 months ago. We did it right in the Bronx, in the heart of the city. And, you know, when you shop with us, you get all that credibility, best price, you know, best service. You don't have to haggle your life away neither. You don't have to touch the door. We bring you to the VIP room.
Okay.
And, you know, we treat everyone, you know, like a superstar, really.
So you grew up kind of in the business.
Oh, absolutely.
So your family, this has been a family business. This is something that you grew up in.
My grandfather was a silversmith back in Peru.
Mm.
So this is generational right here. And then my father came to this country, you know, American dream, and he made it happen, opened up a store. I took over, and together we've just been killing it.
So this is
honestly, in the
something you
Bronx.
always knew you wanted to do from when you were young because you were kind of born into it.
Well, it definitely was an option, and I'm very glad I found it. Just like any young person, you weigh your options. And once I just saw what jewelry was, and I just saw the hole in the Bronx market, I knew I could be the one to fill it, and I knew I could do the people right, you know, when it comes to jewelry.
So with all the jewelry and all the jewelry stores in the Bronx, right? Because we're gonna just specifically talk about the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
What separates you from everybody else? Because everybody's like, oh, I got the best prices, I got this.
I got something better than that.
You know, what separates you?
Transparency. And I say that because I teach my staff how to run the business. Every one of my staff members is Oscar Stone. Every one of them knows as much information about the jewelry business as I do. No one is just kind of in there and is just selling with a price tag like, hey, this is 1,000 and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone treats everyone, they have, their product knowledge is so vast that whatever you need, anybody on my staff will take care of you. Insurance papers, appraisals, receipts, follow-up calls. You get all that when you shop with Oscar Stone.
All right, let's talk about insurance for a second
Yeah.
because that is something that people need to actually be more aware of when
think
you're
you're
buying. So talk about insurance, when you need to get it, what should be insured. Maybe there's some things you're like, oh, maybe it's not worth insuring, or is everything worth insuring?
Everything is worth insuring, of course. That's the easy answer, right? In my business, my policy for my staff is if the purchase was $10,000, we automatically recommend it, and in fact, we really recommend it, because we don't want our customers to go out there and be unprotected. That's such an easy way for a jeweler to make money again. Like, hey, you lose it, you got to get another one. Well, we do insurance, so that way we prefer for you to feel protected, and we want you to wear your jewelry out.
Can you give us an idea of range of what insurance costs? Because I think some people might not know that either. So say it's a $10,000 bracelet. Around what would that cost to insure?
It really isn't as much as you'd think it'd be. The insurance premium. I work with Jewelers Mutual, and they love me. I insure so many items for them, so our relationship is very strong with that company. And for a $10,000 item, I'd say your premium could be about $400 for the year. So in hindsight, it's really almost a no-brainer, especially when the transaction starts becoming $20,000, $30,000.
Right.
Like a peace of mind is really the most important thing.
Would that be covered under like homeowners insurance too? Let's just say you have jewelry in the home, somebody breaks in and steals it. Homeowners insurance would cover that.
So if you have homeowners insurance with Geico, State Farm, look at your policy, see what they really kind of cover. If they only cover it in the home, how about out the home?
Right.
Jewelers Mutual, that's all they do. Insurance.
Specifically jewelry. So
Specifically jewelry.
In the home, out the home.
In the home, out the home, whatever it is,
Now, have you ever had somebody come to you to get an appraisal and found out that something was not real? Let's just say in a relationship, somebody proposed and they came to you and like, I need an appraisal. I want to add this. And you're like, ma'am, I hate to tell you this. This is not real.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everything. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. It is
that often.
It is that often.
That has to be heartbreaking for
Is that
someone.
the scenario though?
I mean,
like
it's
woman
not
coming in there or a man coming in there with a gift.
It's usually not just for insurance. It's usually just, hey, like, is this real? I got this gifted for me, by my, significant other.
Or sometimes people buy stuff secondhand thinking it's real and
definitely.
it's not.
That's true too. Secondhand, when you're buying jewelry from the streets, and not from a credible source. I mean, what do you expect?
Now, what can a person do to protect themselves from buying something that's and not knowing? Because we've heard stories of people going to jewelers and being told something was
real.
Yeah, it was real, or was more valuable than you were led to.
I could give you the honest answer. The honest answer is when you buy jewelry, walk around with your own gold testing kit and your own diamond tester kit and your own CVD laboratory machine kit. But that just seems so unrealistic.
You can't do all that.
Right.
Yeah, you can't do all that. So that's why my answer to your initial question before was just buy credible. Buy from someone who you've had, like your friend or your references. References are everything in this game, in every game, really.
Now, what do you see as the new trends happening right now?
New trends. So,
I want to know about new trends, and then I want to know about what's classic forever.
Well, the Cuban link is classic. It's timeless. They're just we're always finding new ways to bust them down differently.
Shout out to Raekwon.
Word. Shout out to Ray.
We do it with the baguettes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do it
Baguettes
with
came back.
We do it with the emeralds. Yeah, but the baguettes came back like a little different. Like the cuts on the baguettes, they're full cut diamonds. The baguettes used to be just supporting diamonds. They used to be like kind of like just cut up, like just fravel.
And then it wasn't hot for a while.
And they wasn't hot. And then the princess cut. Trends come in, trends go. The Van Cleefs are going crazy right now.
I know they've been going crazy for a while.
Why is a Van Cleef so expensive, and why is it so hot now? All right, because they've been around for a long time,
forever.
And then lately they just been going off. Why?
Trends catch fire, and when trends catch fire, demand is up.
You
gotta raise the prices.
And sometimes endorsements too, like depending on who's representing a brand, people care about that.
That's true as well.
We see Bulgari right now has, I think Zendaya is working with them, and that brings extra attention. Sometimes a celebrity wears something on the red carpet,
and it's up,
and that makes everybody go for it.
Throw in a song, goes up.
Yeah. Who have been some of your top clients?
Some of my top clients, actually one of my first and one of my favorite top clients was I did a couple tennis chains for Scott Disick.
Okay.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Flew out to L.A. You know, linked up with him, delivered him. One of my first. Probably, I would say my favorite because my first. You know,
Right.
like but kind of like on that level. You know, so.
And Mano.
Mano, can't forget
Hey.
Mano.
How did
Very
you meet Mano
recent.
anyway?
Hey,
How did that
pulled up.
My man pulled up on us, and
Chopped it up.
We just chopped it up, organic. You know.
And then went to Rick's.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rick's.
Shout out to
Rick's Cabaret?
Yeah.
Like Mano was like, why do you know? Mano was like, why do you know this?
Why do
place?
you
We
know
can go
that?
today if you want, man.
She knows Rick's too.
We out
This
here.
is
He said
crazy.
we went to Rick's. I said Rick's Cabaret.
Yeah, in the daytime early, talk business.
Now tell us what you have here on the table and why you brought these particular pieces.
Okay, so I had to bring the big boy himself. I brought a $70,000, 600-gram Cuban link. You got 60 carats on there. You know, has instant classic. Then you got the two-tone choker.
That's
you know,
beautiful.
I love it. I mean, would you like to wear it? This
I don't
is
even do
very
that to
beautiful.
myself. Oh my gosh. And what about people who want to come in and customize, right?
Yeah.
How what's the difference in buying something that's already done and customizing something? Is there like a 10% upcharge or 20? How does that work?
Well, it depends on how much labor your custom piece is. You know, if you want something that is completely out of the imagination, then there's a cost associated with that. If you just want to throw in a couple diamonds on an existing piece, it would only be like a 10% charge, like you're saying. But custom pieces can get pricey.
Okay.
People's logos, people's their animations. Like we do crazy custom work, but we always try to be fair. We always try to make sure the person gets the best service. And that's the thing. When it comes to custom piece, you really need to work with your jeweler. You know, the text needs to be instantaneous, or your custom piece is going to take 6 months to make. I know
we don't have
people.
time for that.
I know
That's
people
right.
this guy took 6 months to make my piece.
Right. And then
come
your
on.
financial situation might change during that time.
Anything
So
happens.
layaway.
Up or down.
You can go way up, you go way down.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's
And now,
life.
what if someone comes to you and is like, "Look, I want to propose, but I don't know how much I should be spending on a
Yeah.
ring." What is the general rule? Because I've heard 3 months of salary.
That's the
3
rule of
months of
thumb.
salary.
Yeah, whatever your
Everyone
salary-
hears
Old
that
school
one. That's the old
classic.
school
Yeah.
one. You know?
So what do you recommend to people if they come in and they're like, "Look, financial situation's a little tough right now. We're saving
Yeah.
for this, for that. We want to eventually be able to buy a house, be able to move. We have a baby on the way. How much should I spend on a ring?"
Well, my first answer is, buy what you can afford.
Right.
Buy what you can afford. Love don't have a price. If you really love someone, you want to show that. You get them a ring. Doesn't matter what kind of ring. If you're asking me like as a jeweler, okay, man, like you're a jeweler now. All right, I would say somewhere in the $8,000 to $10,000 range would get you something that like a full carator. Something where the diamond, the center stone isn't too small. Like it's the right size.
Her
and-
friends are going to be like, "Ooh."
And that's the
instead
thing,
of,
yeah, because the friends exist and the family exists, and I know that ring is going to be shown to 100 people,
Right.
Which is why, okay,
Because it
all right.
represents you too. Like, where'd you get the ring from?
it represent my work.
Yeah, it definitely does. Well, what is the most popular cut that people come in and ask for when they're proposing?
The round cut, the classic round, it's been the most popular ever since the conception of an engagement ring. Actually, engagement rings started getting popularized like back in the 60s.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I feel like it's always been
fairly
around.
recent.
Do men get engagement rings?
Men get engagement rings like to each other.
Do people know?
No.
Do women
Ask
come
her.
in there
Do
and
you
ask
buy
to
your man
buy
an engagement ring?
engagement rings? Do women do that?
No,
No,
I
no.
haven't. I haven't.
Was
I
not.
have experience. That's why that question was confusing.
That's why he didn't even know what you was talking about.
I'm
He
just
like,
asking.
what?
Men don't
Man
hate
on
the
man?
fact- Men don't
What?
hate the fact that men don't get anything.
Nah, we don't get nothing.
You don't get
Father's Day, you
Father's
get nothing.
Day. You don't get engagement rings.
No.
But are more men wearing wedding rings? Because I feel like they are now.
Are they?
Yeah. After they get caught. No.
Oh man.
No, I do feel like that's
I ain't
been more
gonna do
of a
them like
trend.
that. I ain't gonna do them like that. You know,
No, you out of control.
everybody different. Everybody different.
You out of control.
Well, Oscar, how can people find you on social media in case they have more questions, in case they need to, maybe even come and if you're not in New York, right? People
Yeah.
can also order from you too and correspond with you that way.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of clients out of the state, and we even have some clients out of the country that fly in. It's crazy what the reach social media gives you.
That's right.
We're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, but our main social media platform is Instagram. On Instagram, I do have a staff of 10 meticulously watching all the DMs. So if you write something to us on Instagram, we will see it, and we will do our best to.
What's that page? Let them know.
Oscar Stone, NYC.
Okay,
Number
Oscar
one jeweler in the
Stone,
Bronx.
NYC. Maynard, what you getting next?
I don't know, man. You know, I vary. Every now and then it's a chain. Every now and then it's a bracelet. You know, it depends.
We're gonna do you a custom.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll hit you something else. How about a nice pair of cufflinks? Some more gentlemanlike.
Nah, man. No,
You never
I'm
wore
not-
cufflinks?
No, I don't want to go that far as far as into my gentlemanness.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep it. You know, I want to go that far
You
into my
might
gentleman.
want to get a pair of cufflinks, like at some point.
Yeah, I am invited to
Yeah.
Essence Festival.
Yeah, you're going to
Right?
Essence Festival. You
Look
need
at that.
Why
cufflinks.
not?
Might need cufflinks.
You get some for Jim too,
You know?
Jim
Come on,
Jones.
Yeah,
Man, that's what we got.
but you know we gonna switch the room.
And
though.
you can customize them.
You
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Put those big stones in there.
You're talking about the new trends. I'm all about trend setting.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
See,
where we're going.
cufflinks. new trend.
Cufflinks. Okay, we did it. Started new trends. Cufflinks.
trends.
New trends.
Yeah,
Watch, everyone start wearing them next year.
new trends. New
Started.
Mano.
Mano started.
Yeah, started.
Mano, Oscar Stone started that.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
thank you
that.
so much. Maynard wanted to do this Wealth Wednesday, and I did too, because like I said, I've never had like a jeweler like that, so it's
Yeah.
just good for me to be able to be more educated. And you're right, referrals and making sure that you have somebody good in your corner, some of the most important things that you can do when it comes to doing this, because these are investments, you know, no matter what. You want to make sure when you're buying jewelry and spending your hard-earned money that you're getting what you're paying for.
Yeah, monetary, emotional investment. You know, you have to make sure you're buying with the right person.
Okay.
And you the right person in the Bronx.
Yes, I am, 100%, man. You already know I'm the right person
Okay.
in the whole damn city.
Oh wow.
You're supposed to say in the world.
Okay.
First city, then the world.
Okay.
We want to take the world.
Take it
The
global.
world, Craig. The world, Craig.
All right, well, thank you so much, Oscar Stone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Thank you
Wealth
so much.
Wednesday.
Way up.